All right, guys, welcome back. This is it, Dust 2. Without a roof. Every time this week, Dust 2 has been Map 2. I'm not joking. It's become
Every
a thing.
single time?
Don't quote me on it, but pretty much.
I'm not going to. But anyway,
Okay, good.
we discussed
Quotes can be taken out of context.
we discussed the possible outcome of this map coming into this one. CLG heavy favourites, even though it is more pug-friendly map, I feel like their skill ceiling is much higher than Without a Roof's. I don't really see this going any other way apart from a CLG victory. What do you think?
I concur.
Well then, we have changed server.
We have changed server. There was some ping issues for both sides. Obviously, people like to tweet, so Fugly tweeted and showed the pings, and after this game, they did fix it.
So it's all fine now. Everyone's got 5 ping, and we're going to be absolutely fine.
Both teams are West Coast.
Yeah.
And I assume the server might have been Central, but there was just routing issues, one of the two.
Well then.
It's Denver now, though.
Is this?
It was Denver.
It was Denver.
It's not Denver anymore.
Good to know. Well, it's not in Denver, if you were worried about that. It's going to be...
Did you know that Denver is in the top 20 airports in the world in terms of how busy they are in terms of air traffic?
I know London Heathrow is number 3.
Not anymore, it's number 6 now.
I thought we looked yesterday.
No, it was 2012 I was looking at.
Oh, okay.
So it's Atlanta, Dubai, Atlanta, Beijing, Dubai, LAX, and then it goes from there, I think.
Fair enough. I think we are into this one, Matt.
We are into this one. And Cutler is in middle doing decent damage toward mid. It's going to be Breezy and DSR that get tagged up by it. But he's gone down his own HP. Does pick up Seb when they get around the corner. That's a good start, but Breezy finds him. Now they can push onto the B site. Hayes going to find the first at the door. Tarek is still on the platform as well, so that 3-man, that sort of 2-on-2 split, 3-man B presence really actually benefited CLG very well in this, and they pick up a pistol round, much needed. I wouldn't say much needed in terms of the fact that they haven't been under threat in this game, but they haven't won a pistol round, so it's nice to see that they've got it in them.
That's what contributed to making the first game so close. Obviously, both pistols helping out there. There was no one stepping up that massive clutch. CLG defend off the B split coming in on that first round. Now we're going to a 4-spy from Without a Roof. 4 players with pistols. We have got Breezy with that scout as well, and the bombers will be down towards top middle. We'll see what they decide to do here. They have got no utility, in fact, so they'll be going for straight up kills. It's been a very difficult round, I have to say. Contact playing towards B. DSR going first, gets absolutely destroyed by Tarek there. He takes his head off, and now it is a 5-on-4. Scout needs to step up and try and find something out of this. That's no one facing towards B. He does get spotted by Tarek once more, so he's only got that PP50. Got to struggle to get this kill. Surely got to be going down here, but does do significant damage on towards Tarek. He goes under 29. Gets out though with the 80, and will be backed up by Hazed.
Pretty straightforward start to the round. Breezy with the scout has not found much of a shot. Method one more time. Going to try and peek in toward long, but does get forced back slightly. Breezy. Whoa, crossing. I thought he missed his moment of opportunity, but Carpe Diem, because he has seized Cutler. No one that's going to try and add to that total. He's got the shot on a Hazed at middle. It's going to give Seb some placement on the site. The problem is the bomb's a little bit late there. They'll get it down, don't get me wrong. They won't be able to exactly get the most forward presence on the catwalk, which does mean that JDM is already at the corner, already taking down Seb. With Method falling, it all comes to the Breezy. With that scout, got a second one, 2 in the round, but Fugly knows his exact position. Tarek's found him over top of the box, and it will be CLG's round.
Well, they do manage to get, 3 kills and the bomb down as well. So, considering what they took into this round, no utility at all. It's actually that scout that does most of the work, as you said. That's what had to happen. Don't win the round, but they do save themselves getting to that first gun round. It'll be a full eco this time, and you'll see just Glocks, maybe a couple of PT50s. That'll be about it. But it's a chance for CLG to breathe easy and actually just gather some money here. It's not going to be fantastic. You can see 3 players do need to reinvest into this round. JDM and Hayes working out how they operate. I'd imagine JDM could just take a lighter buy here. As I said, he does get an M4. I assumed he would take this one easy and get the AWP out next, maybe just 4.57 or something like that. But does go in with the rifle. So round number 3. Seb's not great at pistols with the terrorist. Simple round though. Bomb drop towards long. They rushed towards the doors. Didn't really work out for them. 3 CTs waiting for them. And it's a real bloodbath. The smoke as well. No one, and DSR remain.
DSR's gone to 26 though, Henry. Tarek doesn't need to leave the B site. Pressure onto Without a Roof to make a play out of this, so they don't mind the clock ticking away. They can talk about what they had to do. Maybe a scrim they had earlier on before this match. Hayes going to take down no one. Fugly follows up. And it is 5 alive with no damage dealt for CLG. Gun's going to come up this round, though.
There it is then. No all purchase so far for JDM. That can be a problem. Not known as the strongest rifler, but one of the best AWPers, so this could be a problem. I actually said that without a roof don't purchase an AWP. I thought they were going to, but they're not going to. It'll be happening this time. Round number 4, they've got plenty of utility here. 5 AKs, and we'll see how they operate. We said Dust 2 is going to be an easier map for them to just go in with the basic strategies here. That's all that's really required on Dusty. Nothing too tactical in terms of set pieces. And they're going to be having 4 players towards the B tunnels right now. One of those is a decoy, of course, so make it 3. I do struggle with this big screen a little bit, Matt. You know.
It's fine. You're used to small things, I know.
Small things in big places.
I don't know if that's a good thing. That's like being the small fish in the big sea.
Yeah.
When you say it like that.
I don't really know what I meant.
No, I don't either, to be honest. So no AWPs in play on this first gun round. No damage dealt so far. Smoke out on the B tunnels, and no one's just going to wait to make sure no one pushes through it. I hate your name, no one. I really do.
Yeah, really, it's like one of those things like nothing.
Nothing, someone,
Yeah,
somebody,
it's just
something.
like you always say the wrong word just before
No
you're about to
one.
say his name. Like, no, obviously don't mean him. I mean this. Anyway, they have got short control here. And this actually could be the best place to go. Right? They don't have that AWP. Normally we see in JDM towards that car area. Tarek will be pushing up a B. No one's waiting for it. Has to hit that shot. Lands it as well. He's trying to get the refresh. He needs to be now. This is a chance for no one just to get out of it. Go towards T-spawn. Should be taken down, but gets another one as well. Gets a kill on towards Fugly. So great work from him. Holding those B tunnels. Very strong indeed. And the rest of his teammates now will be able to make their way towards A. It's going to be Hayes finding that kill towards the middle, taking down Breezy. And now a 3-on-3. Things have been stabilised with the CTs, like I said. Don't have the AWP on the A site. Got to be after holding off with just a couple of flashbangs here. It's going to be JDM. Needs to find at least one here, Matt. I don't think he can. No, there it is. As I said, not known for his rifle skills. Goes for the full crouch spray. Gets completely destroyed. It's Mikey So coming in with the double AK headshots. And that's the round secured as well. 3-1. Unless Hayes can pull out some absolute magic here, which I don't think it's going to happen considering CSI getting the final frag. Well then. Do have money still available for the CTs. JDM cannot get the AWP, but Fugly could drop him one.
Good. Good.
But not going to.
Selfish.
That was a problem. When you see JDM with those situations, he's got like 3 players on his screen. He just hasn't got that.
And he goes for a scout in that.
They should have sacrificed one of the players and given him an AWP.
Yeah,
That
I
would be-
agree.
Give someone like a Mag 7 or a pistol, give him the AWP. It's Dust 2, for God's sake. Like, that's what you should be doing.
And we know
surely.
the UMP in these situations is fine.
Well, now,
Fugly around the corner is going to get Breezy to start it off, though, but he got Cutler right before that, so it's a 1-for-1.
the buys.
And that nade, that smoke actually touched Fugly on the way back and stopped.
The buys, considering that, with a heavy terrorist advantage against this, they'll be pushing out towards mid now. No one smoking off towards CD spawn. Now Fugly stuck on the other side, working out how they can actually get back into the shrine. They saw our 2 CD players in towards the side itself. Tarek pushes through. Going to be joining in with Fugly as well. 2 frags gathered, still a 2-on-2 situation. DSR from the tunnel zone takes him down. That should be the round secured, considering JDM just has that scout. He's got a kit though, so maybe he can do something with this. Bomb pilot for the tunnels. And surely a perfect crossfire scenario for the terrorists here. It'll be very well to drop this round.
Mikey. Oh, yeah, dude,
What?
this is it.
What?
We could have the NOA boost and actually call it the NOA boost this game.
Could do.
Because Method's here. Please do an NOA boost with Method. That would make my life.
Could do.
That would be a real blast from the past. DSR going to take down JDM. Why not? 2-0 now, or 2-0 in the gun rounds, excuse me, for Without a Roof. 2 rounds in a row.
You've got like the best AWPer in NA right now.
Yeah, and you
on
give
your
him a
side,
scout.
and you give him a scout. You had one player had like 7.2k. Give him an AWP and have two players on pistol or anything. Like he's gonna be able to open that up, hold A by himself, or go for a pick towards mid. It's like he's better than any of these guys with the AWP. But that doesn't make sense at all. There you go. It's going to be 2 rounds in a row for Without a Roof now. Fully UK for CLG. So they should be tying things up here. They've got CZs and PT50s. That's about it. On his first kill, there's a significant damage towards Cutler. 9 HP remaining on him, but Mikey's taken a lot of damage as well. He'll be going down to 11. So 5-5, but there it is.
Ooh.
First shot comes in. It's a dirty one. Taking down Hazed.
6-31.
Getting crusty over there.
Real crusty. So crusty, I think it might even be dusty.
Crusty on Dusty too.
Crusty too. Makes it sound so bad. Seb gonna take down Cutler though. As they do get on the A site, Bomb gonna join into the party now and light the candles on the birthday cake. They shall do. But JDM and Tarek make this pretty good off right now. JDM with the CZ75 will take DSR. That'll pick up a gun. He's got the AK to try and work with. Breezy spotted one inside CT though, and the Molotov will limit the movements. Have to focus on Fugly, who tries to coyly, slyly slip up the wall. No one again though. This guy's good in these situations, these late round situations.
Well, they are going to tie things up at 3-3. And I feel like this could be another close game. I thought CLG would run away with this one. Tarek now with just 1 point of health. Will be trying to pick up the weapon here. Gets the AK and falls back. That was his main objective. Mission accomplished. He has got 2 kills this round as well. So just desperately trying to get out of there. I think he will as well, making his way towards T-spawn, and no one's a little bit too apprehensive. Won't be on the full chase just yet. And holding towards lower B. So 2 kills for Tarek. And an AK salvage as well, so that definitely helps. Considering the money right now, I can see Cutler's on low-age money. He'll get dropped to the AK. Tarek can definitely buy. And still don't have enough for that orb, but it's going to be dropped over. Tarek is the MVP right now. He'll be sacrificing his head armor, his utility, to give JDM this weapon. Finally, this is where CLG should be their strongest. That smoke towards mid, we see all the time. He loves the face angle, and that's exactly why. Takes down the AWPer, Alpha Vada roof as well. B-Rush coming in though.
Down the tunnel. Tarek hazed, contributing for 3 kills total, able to slow things considerably, and Breezy, the last alive, is not going to have any idea that there's only one closet. All right, I thought he actually was going to flick that direction. I was like, that's a bit weird. But JDM hits the shot on the way through, 4-3, CLG keeping the lead.
That's why you give him the orb, because he can open it up like that.
Give him the op, he's going to 4K. That's actually a reference to Woodstock again, WSK. Weird. Why has that come up twice in one cast?
I don't know, but you're crowbarring in, that's for sure.
It's because I played for Team Empyrean in COD, so I was aware of their CS team at the time.
Okay. Well,
don't worry about it.
I'm not. Round number 8. This will be a force buy here from the terrorists, trying to reset the loss bonus straight away of CLG.
It was a Ruska 4K, by the way.
Ruska, good map. Haven't seen that in a while. Snowy, of course.
Yeah, better than Dusty.
Ooh, could have been the headshot. It's going to be the spray through towards tunnels. That does dink. Well, not dink, it does tap no one's body. And takes them to 78. They're going to be forcing their way towards short now. 4 players there. Looks like a light execution. Just one flash over. Hope for the best of the pistols. Scout going to be covering them as Breezy has stepped up before. Can you replicate the same sort of magic? We're looking at no one for some reason. Let's see what he gets up to.
Ugly though, perfect spot from Goose. It's so commonly overlooked these days. Hits the Seb on the fadeaway. As he falls back toward, finally goes down to no one, but 2 kills for him, denying a bomb plant. 59 seconds, lots of time to compensate for that, but still a really good job done. Breezy's picked it up, faces one with the scout, not aware that Hayes is going to walk up that close, and he'll close the round with a headshot onto no one as well. So both players down on the platform. Money gone.
Yeah, that force buy didn't really work out too well. They didn't get the bomb planted either, so going to be on that average about 2.3k here. As we go into round number 9, it's 5-3 in favour of CLG. Some very close rounds here, but they should be able to take an advantage right now. JDM with the AWP, of course. It's just the Eagles and PT-50s purchased for the terrorists. Not going to be rushing people, sending 3 players there at the start with the bomb as well. 1 person towards long, no utility purchase, so he'll be listening out for footsteps. If he hears like maybe 3 nades to go towards long, he can call for the rush B, go in. There's going to be 2 players there potentially. But his teammates now making their way towards lower B. Maybe just trying to get the deagle headshot. That nade should do some damage. Very little amount of Seb. Gets him for 7, that's about it. Ooh!
That's pretty sick.
What?
What are you made of, my man?
Headshots. Desert Eagle ones. Crusty ones.
Super crusty. Cutler's, though, crispy. He's down toward Pit. No, we've got crusty and crispy. We just need Moses here so we could get creamy.
That guy is super creamy.
But it is 4 plays 4. No guns picked up off that initial kill. That Deagle shot through the doors. He's going to take down no one. Extra glitch through the wall just for the added effect of realism. And Tarek's got 2 down the tunnels. He pops up the pistol. Easy pickup for him on the set as well. And now they doubled the score. 6-3 CLG. Gun's going to come back up for this time. 4 without a roof. 4,800 for no one. They could go glass cannon on this, but that's desperate. And it's DSR that normally opts as well.
Exactly. So. DSR is the main AWPer for this team. 6-3. They will be going with the AKs and Seb yet to buy. He'll be getting an AK in the end. So still, their money's pretty poor. You can see they only have one Molotov. They have got 4 smokes. It's still going to be a difficult prospect. It's flushing out these CTs, especially now they have got that double AWP set up. This is when CLG are at their strongest, I feel. When Tara gets the AWP as well, he can be more of a turret set player, and then JDM can just do his thing, rolling all over the map and finding picks anywhere he goes. It's going to be number 10 here. And it's more of a default stance from without a roof. Going to be holding towards top middle. Bomb there as well. Decide to go with this. Just showing some presence towards the tunnels. There'll be no one coming through the smoke there. See if we can bail out a shot, work out where the AWP may be. JDM is going to be waiting for him on the other side, so needs to be careful of those tracers. But still, not yet to expend any of their utility. Just holding out, looking for like a long retake potentially here. Cutler will be waiting for them. They have got enough to smoke the corner, flash over, maybe isolate him. But still on board with no one.
They're out long. Cutler's going to be face cut down. I love third person. Thank you, Yanko. Keep it up. I actually wanted him to go third person. He said no. Cutler's got 3. Surprisingly from that position, considering they put that many players out long, but anything you can do, I can do better, says DSR. Can you bake a pie?
Just to know, I think it's not Yanko, it's your turn director.
Oh, it is on. Look at that. I love him. I've missed him.
Anyway.
Either way, it's going to be no one that gets another kill. So DSR does a really good job to bring that back because Hayes got way more than he bargained for inside that pit position.
Absolutely. And now it's going to be 2 versus 1. They have got 15 seconds here, so going to be going towards B, and this is perfect. Hayes is on the other side of the map. He's on the crossover right now, making his way in. Has got no kit, so as soon as the bomb goes down, they increase their percentage chance of winning extremely. It's smoke going onto his door. Not exactly how he wanted, but it still works. Problem is with that, and allows the CT actually walk into the side before he makes his next move. Hayes now trying to salvage anything that's on the floor, scavenging around for any grenades he can find. Has got an incendiary, but that Molotov towards the window will make things very problematic here.
Yeah.
As he still has not got a kit, and he has to make a move right now if he has any chance of doing this. Giving anything.
Shoulder shown, too slow through the door. No one gets the shots.
DSR, 3 kills.
That's massive. Those are big. Those are real big.
Pause.
1 minute. Pause.
Is this
Pause belt.
tactical?
Well, why don't you look at the overlay and tell for yourself, Henry?
I can't see it. What does it say?
There's 4
someone's
players
dropped out.
only.
Yeah,
Cutler's left.
Okay. Why is he
His
left?
PC crashed.
Did it?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's probably overheating from all the scrims they were playing.
All right. Come on.
I'm having fun with it now. 6-4 though. I mean, without a roof again, I think tonight the differentiating factor is that they're actually hitting shots. They're actually looking like they're able to compete. Breezy was quiet. We've talked about him as a main player, and no one's looked excellent.
They're relying on some big individual performances per round. You saw
that is a problem also.
DSR had to find 4 kills that round to actually get them in there. Like we saw CLG opening it up with the crossfire towards long, and then he comes in with like 3 massive kills there, like out of nowhere. So that's a problem if you're not winning rounds as a team, as a unit, and just relying on someone going absolutely sick like that. That's not really consistent and a solid foundation to build upon. It works, sure, but it's not consistent, right? So we'll see whether they can continue that. It's going to be 6-4, and I think the money still is available for CLG. I think I can see one player on like 8K there, so they should be absolutely fine buying up into the next round. So this is where it gets interesting. This will be the loss benefit reset. And we can see the buy coming in for the terrorists right now. They've got Galil's out, and I think DSR, he obviously dropped his weapon. He dropped a Galil for his friend. Onto Mikey So. He's on 1 for 7, so still waiting for him to turn up now.
We are waiting for him to turn up. Unfortunately, I mean, this is a rough awakening for him. He's jumping back into the scene quite quickly. He might have played some pugs over time. Did you say he's 1 for 7, by the way? He's 3 for 7. Mikey So?
Yep.
Yeah, your eyes are
NAIs.
really... Whew. I don't have my glasses because I left them in the cab, much like my old cell phone.
Why do you keep leaving things in cabs? Phones, glasses. What is that?
If I knew I wouldn't do it, would I?
Well, just
Kind
don't.
of how it works. It's just
Well,
I
just
lost
don't. Just no one else do it, does it? Why don't you not do it?
Because, okay, here's the thing. No, I'm not even going to go on this rant. It doesn't even matter. Don't worry about it. Just don't even worry about it.
Let's get a backpack.
Yeah, I have one of those. I have 2 suitcases with me because that's where I live, Henry. So sometimes I get cumbersome and overloaded and forget a few things here and there. Okay. You know, the sacrifices I make for the integrity of esports.
Really a sacrifice, is it?
I mean, it might be. I'd like to go home.
You will do
You
soon.
want to come home with me? Let's go. We can go meet my dog. We'll go boating. We can water. I'll teach you how to water ski.
You're going to my home this week. You're going to see my
It's true. I want to meet your family. You met mine.
Yeah.
I'm going to meet yours now.
You're going to meet them maybe...
It's a serious relationship. I introduced you to my parents, so.
Yeah, that'll be next week. So we'll blog about that. We'll see. We'll tell you how it
We'll
went.
blog about it.
Yeah.
We vlog. I don't like writing.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
All I have to do, I don't even have a laptop, so making my travels even worse. I just use my
Someone give
phone
him a
and it's
laptop,
awful.
please. If you... We're
I'm just
setting
gonna
up...
go buy one. I'm gonna buy a 1940s IBM workbook. They've come for me.
Oh, it's Yanko. Okay.
They have come. Hi, Lo Yanko.
Have you come
What
to...
have you brought with you? What is
come
that?
to help us fill?
Yes,
Okay.
Turn on your mic. Turn on your mic.
I have.
Did
Yeah.
you? Oh, it's upside down, so I can't really hear you very well.
It's how it
There
has
it is.
to be.
Now I hear you. Maybe Mike just had you muted.
Yes.
Mike had your mic muted.
I saw that you guys needed some help, so
I need a lot of
Gordon,
help, to be honest.
Got
to the
to
rescue.
come in with the megaphone. Wow, what have you seen so far?
Some Counter-Strike, Henry.
Yeah?
It wasn't
Are you
all
good at
that bad.
Counter-Strike?
I mean, it was what we talked about, right? The war have to rely on their individual skill.
Yeah.
I mean, the map in itself is like that. And they had that one round where JDM got the pick through the smoke on mid, through double doors, and they rushed B, which was pretty simple, and it looked terrible, right? They got crushed there. But I like that because they realized probably themselves that, you know, if they spread around, they try to go for a delayed, maybe A take, that they're probably not going to be able to do it, not going to be able to execute on a level that is needed. So let's just try and risk it, right? Let's go in as a group. Maybe our player with the op gets a pick through the doors, or maybe he tags someone and it makes it easier for us to break into the site.
Yeah.
And even if you lose the game, then after you've lost, you can look back at it and think that, okay, we tried, you know, our best. We tried what we thought would work. Sometimes you lose a game and you don't even feel like you've played.
Yeah, sure.
Basically, you just feel that, yeah, the rounds have been going on. We were just standing around and we made a call, did a terrible execute, and it didn't work.
It's true. If you're not competitive at all, it definitely
because
there's not much to build on. At least if you have some sort of you can kind of improve
Because in
upon
my
it.
opinion, you can lose a game in two ways, right? You can have bad calls, meaning that with a call you made, you put yourself in a bad spot and you decrease your chances of winning the round or the game or whatever. And you can lose the game by bad executions, right? So your idea is good, the call in itself is good, but maybe you miss a smoke, miss a flash, someone, you know, misses an easy kill, an easy spray, and that loses you the round. So if you lose by execution, then it's something that you can work on, something that you can fix. Sometimes you just have a bad game. But it also stems from, okay, was the idea good? Are we actually even, you know, in a position where we're able to execute something like this or not? So, you know, it's hard to find a silver lining for them because CLG is obviously the superior team, both individually and team play-wise.
Well, we are seeing some individual performances coming out. DSR, especially with that big round towards long, and they have managed to put together some rounds with the scouts, for example. They actually are doing some serious work in denting the economy. And I think we'll have a look at the cash right now. I think there is enough to buy for CLG right now. I'm not sure what colour is going to be on.
I mean, they're tight with Fugly, yeah.
Fugly's low and Tarek's on 4K.
They can
Haze
drop
can
out
drop,
from Haze.
yeah.
Yeah, so they should be okay for a buy. It won't be the best buy. There'll be a couple of drops.
They're going to
coming in.
buy for sure because they know that they're going to
It
reset
could reset
more
the terrorists,
exactly.
indeed.
if they win the round.
Yeah, so that'll be big. If this is a chance for them to build up some momentum here, I guess. But we'll see how they decide to go forward. There's no AWP being purchased, I don't think, for the terrorists. So that could be interesting. But we saw JDM on that first gun round. Like, he had the opportunity to get dropped an AWP, I think, and it actually was. It was they obviously to go for him on a scout, and then his teammates with rifles. I feel like that's the wrong move in my opinion.
And then he had an M4, and we
It's
saw
just-
how
yeah,
that
it's
went.
just horrible, isn't it? Like I think I've seen that so many times. Everyone's always saying like, "Oh, he's bad with a rifle, but he's surely going to get one kill this time. Surely he's going to find one kill." Then there's three players on the screen, running towards him, not even looking at him, and it's just a full crouch spray. It's like, oh, God. No.
I mean, he does have almost 90k kills on his op,
Yeah.
the stat track
Yeah,
one.
right.
So, you know, probably
Didn't
not
mean
even
to.
1% of that on the rifles.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
it's funny. He's obviously a world-class AWP. Like, really,
He's actually one of the only people.
I'd say right now he's number one in NA. Like in terms of like the
hands down number one in an A.
apart from Fallen, obviously, but that's a different.
yeah, they
Right,
kind of
we,
have to mention Skadoodle always, but I agree that he's not been performing on the level JDM has or his team. Either.
Yeah.
The thing is, with just quickly, JDM is one of the only operas as well that is one-dimensional in the fact that he's not good on a rifle, and yet still finds ways to be relative in games. He's still relevant, still makes plays happen. There's games when they get it round out for one round, but he's consistent enough with that weapon that he still makes that one round work somehow. So usually I do call out a lot of people. I say they should be able to play, a wide variety of weapons for different situations and scenarios, even if they have a preference. But he's one of the only ones that actually.
But I
isn't
think
great in the ops.
it's too late now. He's committed to the AWP. We know he's not good at rifle. Let's just let him do
Well,
that.
I'm not saying you should ever pick up the rifle in favor of the
I know what
op.
you're
I'm just
saying.
saying if they don't have the economy, sometimes you need that player to be able to
plays
play
with
it.
scout.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing.
That's true.
But I mean, it has its pros and cons. I mean, obviously, it would be awesome for himself and his team if he could be a good rifle player as well. But it's not maybe necessary to an extent, right? If his team can work around it, drop him the op as much as possible, he is really an extremely influential player when he has the AWP in his hands. So it is something that you can work around. Guardian, for example, obviously much better with the rifle.
Yep.
But when you look at it, it's not that his team makes the sacrifice of, or doesn't make the sacrifice, rather, of dropping him the op when they all have money for an AK. They will always, whenever they can, on most maps, actually, would drop him the op, even though some player has to play without an armor, perhaps.
It's the same with Kenny S. It's been a complete package. Isn't
Just
it? Oh,
quickly, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with this player who's just joined this server. Akis is going to be replacing Cutler. They live in a gaming house CLG. 4 of them stayed in, 1 left due to a computer issue, whether he spilled a drink. That's pretty presumptuous. Something happened. Cutler can't join, and they would be aware of it. They would know to get a stand-in right away because they're all there to make the decision collectively. Akis was picked up by...
Wait, hold on. So he's in the gaming house. They're all there. Why is he not playing?
Because his computer had an
They don't
issue.
have a spare computer in a gaming house.
They might, but they probably don't have...
They can take it
true.
from
That's actually a
CLG
good point.
Reddit. Oh no, they're screening too.
Yes, probably. Yeah, you're right. Definitely. Always the scrims. Akis came in with Elevate late when XP3 was still on that team before he left for Winter Fox. They played the ESL Cologne qualifier. It was his first time on LAN. He was sick.
This guy, his first LAN?
That was his first, and he was nuts. He was like
pretty
their best
impressed by
player.
it. Yeah, I was
Akis
pretty
is
impressed.
actually a player in North America who I'm surprised his name hasn't resurfaced on the top team. He's someone that Without a Roof could look at who's looking for players. He's someone that Complexity could look at. I think this guy's awesome. So he's going to be their sub tonight. I'm excited for this actually.
Wow,
I think
this guy's passionate about Akis. I'm excited.
he was really good for his first big LAN.
Which team was that, Matt?
Elevate.
With him, PTR, and who else it was? And then they lost someone, and the team kind of
that was
folded.
the premier team.
Yeah, and
that Peter was on for a year.
I think they beat CLG to qualify for Face It League, but last season, the autumn
that was
season,
right before he joined Elevate, when Elevate lost Rush and Roka. And
Yeah,
that's who he
team.
replaced it.
Maybe that.
But that's who he replaced on Elevate. It was, you're right, Peter was on a premier team for a year. I can't, for the life of me,
Was
remember
Tui
the
on that
name.
team? Never mind. But
Someone will
I
tweet
think
me, I'm
that
sure,
was for me.
but-
I looked at that team. I thought this team is full of up and coming players.
Potential.
I remember that PTR was there, like someone who had some experience playing against tier 1 teams, even from Europe, and I expected them to, if they would have stuck together, to maybe break through into the NA scene at least. But unfortunately, players went their own respective ways. But you never know. With obviously you and I are here harping about Akis,
Yeah.
great player and everything, but you never know how a player fully is like, right? It's not only what you see on the server.
He just left the server again, so I don't know if that
obviously.
means
So-
he's coming back.
So
but-
obviously not a very stable player. I'm gonna play, guy. Sounds great. Oh,
Peace out.
gotta make some minced meat, boys.
Cutler's coming back. I'm actually, look, it's good that the player's coming back. It's good that they're going to have their starting five, but I'm a little disappointed. I like Akis. I wanted to see what he could do. I haven't seen him in so long, and I really do think he is like an undiscovered, unearthed talent in North America.
You had so many games with stand-ins, so you're bound to see him at some point. Someone's
true.
gonna use him as a
It's
ringer.
true.
If they're gonna
That is a
bring,
good point, Matt. We're going to see him at some point.
Mikey, Method So,
Yeah.
from the.
Yeah, they say, oh, what, Akis is available? Mikey, do you mind sitting out for this one? We actually want to try this guy out. So if he's available,
Team
we can
3D
bring him,
don't care. We got Elevate. Yes.
bring him back. Okay, well,
To be fair, I mean, Akis, and I was impressed the other night by, Twist is obviously doing well on TSM, but Chudy, who stepped in, the Mexican player that we saw,
Chudin, yeah.
individually
Chudi.
looked all right.
Yeah, there's lots of these premier
You
players.
guys
that-
have seen him, I haven't.
But,
Yeah.
he played for Without a Roof. It was, in order, it was Buzza, Chudy, and now we've got Mikey So.
we've
Yeah, I
seen
mean,
all
also
sorts.
Sick from TSM.
Yep.
You're next, Henry, on this team.
I'm going to fly over next week, actually. So I'm going to give it a go. and see what I
TSM's
can
looking
do.
improved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are.
They have. I mean, they had a lot of close games. that they've lost in DCS, I think as well. It always seems to be a problem for them to close out games, and you know, it all depends on what you're looking for as an org as well. If you're willing to invest in a team long term, there you're not looking for results, you're looking for improvement, right? And if a team is showing that, then there's always hope. So it's good for. I also haven't ever heard about Twists until recently, and he also seems a solid player mechanically. So that's always something. That's what we talked about as for these veterans that they lack. If you have mechanical skill, then you can build on that, right? You need to be able to hold your ground against these players when it comes to aim duels, and then you know someone more experienced can teach you about. You know, you can learn how to improve your game sets. They can teach you about certain positions, how to play in different situations, post-plant, and so on. There's always things you can improve on.
You can improve your game sense for sure. I think a lot of it is instinctive, but you can definitely learn positional and awareness, I would say, is a better way to maybe phrase it.
The thing for CS about me as well, like, there's some parts of CS you can't teach. There's some things that some people will never, they'll never get a grasp of. Like a lot of CS for me was like, it was about a lot of gut feelings, a lot of the way my brain works mechanically. It was just like, there's some things and ideas I had you can't teach people. It's like
that's why it's so stylistic.
It's where your brain's wired up, essentially. It's like how you think and how you see the game. Yeah. So like you can play the game, you could play the game forever. You could have great mechanical movement, but there's always be players that are smarter than you and play because they see it in a different way and it works better for a game like CSGO. It just kind of it works in that way. So like I appreciate you can get better game sense and stuff, but still the IQ of some players and you can't really make yourself smarter physically, right? So it's something that you can't teach in CS. It's something I think people have a difficult concept of understanding.
I mean, it's also why not everyone can be an in-game leader,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
And it's also why Fnatic was such a dominant team, I mean, up until recently, until they lost all of Masters, because all 5 of their players were extremely smart, intelligent in-game, and on top of that had, you know, great mechanical skill. So that's why they could, play that loose play style, because they would all be so quick to react to things happening on the map. You don't need to have a set caller who's going to be like, okay, we lost long. Okay, so now you guys on B push out. So they react to that by themselves.
It's those split-second decisions you don't need to be told to do. You have that instinct. You know what you should be doing. You know the correct path to go down when X, Y, Z happens. You're actually pushing in and making that happen yourself. You don't need to be told. And that's what makes a great player. And that's what that loose play style works so well for them, not necessarily so well for other teams.
And some of that does come from experience as well. I mean, everyone's got to have the starting blocks. You can't just expect to go into a game and instantly perceive those decisions correct. You have to play it off your own experience, learn to read the play, and if this, X equals Y, like you're saying, you have to understand and be able to read that. So I'm interested. Cutler has made it back.
Are we back into the game?
We aren't started the freeze time yet, but I'm going to suggest that we're going to be extremely close just to analyze it now that we see it. There is a full buy coming out. AWP on JW, exactly. JDM, I was about to say JWM, yeah. It's a new hybrid. Jesper Winkle D. I don't know where the D goes with
freeze time has been cancelled. Time for me to leave you, boys.
Yeah, get out.
Thank you very much for joining us. Interesting conversation, I think. It was good.
Better than what you would have done by yourself.
Yeah, I think we're going to be talking about like haircuts and flip knives and
scrims.
Bit of dancing, scrims. Yeah.
God, no.
Yeah, it's good you came out and saved the day. Anyway, we are back into this one. Let's get the game on the big screen, shall we?
Why not? I like the big screen. Get some popcorn, kick your feet back. It's time for no one to go ham inside of the lower tunnels. I'm sorry?
No, we're just showing people on the screen where we watch it.
They know. Yeah, it's okay.
You're going to have to cast.
It's got it. No one's watching. From lower tunnels has cleared out. They've got a second player as well over toward the mouth of the tunnels toward the B site. So they've got decent footing into the round to start to set up a default to try and find some execute. No one's going to flash over, take a quick peek, potentially fall up middle, and then they can start to push on the catwalk. They're going to do it without the guise of an Xbox smoke. So they do it with 2 flashes instead to try and get DSR to that corner. A little bit risky, but it works out. They're going to get there. It's not the safest of plays. It does give them a chance to try and keep these 4 smokes. This big screen is tough sometimes with the lines through it to execute. So it does save them a little bit of smokes as the point to try and get onto the A site. Bomb's going to be held toward the cat corner. And they have pulled back JDM from long. He's going to play it from boxes. He's not the normal car player. He likes to be a little bit more in the face of attackers.
So you can see Tarek is going to be on the 5-7. They made sure JDM has that AWP going into this one. It's going to be an A attack coming in from without a roof. Molotov goes on the site. That's not going to matter. JDM is waiting for them on the A ramp. Let's see what he can do here. It's an A split coming in. We do have Cutler towards a pit once again. JDM gets the first kill, taking out Mikey. So Breeze gets Cutler though towards long. Oh, there it is. JDM flicking round.
That's big.
That's the shot that should secure the round here. No one doing what he can, but still the man disadvantage.
Yeah. JDM goes down there in that situation, and DSR pushes onto the site with bomb and can comfortably plant He's actually overcommitting to this right now. He could have had this bomb down already. What he's actually done, little does he know, obviously he's thinking they're a little bit closer and he wants to clear off the angle, but he's given Tarek a chance to get on a catwalk really early, which means DSR has no escape plan. No one's not in a position to help support this. He's still looking at long, so this has to come to a 1-on-2. It's inevitable. And now no one, waiting for Fudge. Peak finds the shot. He may do this again, you know, he's good in these situations, but well held from Tarek. And he'll go immediately onto the defuse.
Has got the kid as well. He'll be trying to salvage the AWP, which JDM drops just beneath him. There it is. Picks it up. And now it's all down to JDM. Like I said, gets that first shot on the A ramp. His player falls towards the pit. That's Cutler. And he gets the spin shot towards long. How do you not hit that? It's an incredibly difficult shot to actually land. He gets it and he secures the round at that point. It comes down to a 2-on-1, which does come down to a 1-on-1, but Tarek, very good aimer and actually secures it. But still, difficult round in terms of the buy for CLG, but it doesn't matter. Without a roof, are going to be low buy here. They've got Desert Eagles, PT50s, not much utility, just one flashbang. And they're going to be focusing towards middle here. It's going to be no one facing towards long though. He gets punished by JDM.
Doesn't miss those shots, JDM, does he?
Not really. He's been great recently. Like, the player I didn't really rate too much in 2015. But
well, to be fair, 2015 was his return. So the story goes he was with this roster, famed for a while, left. I'm going to stop because Seb's just ripping heads off with this Deagle.
Okay.
3 plays 2. They should wrap up the round now. He left the roster. They brought in PTR. Peter played well, actually, when they were still known as Netcode Guides. Right before the MLG qualifier, they actually shocked everyone at the time. This is still when they were developing roster. Let's not forget iBuyPower. This was the team that they threw against. That's how far down in the echelons they were. It wasn't expected they could compete at the top level. They improved tremendously, much on the back of an individual performance by Peter in those qualifiers. CLG was the right time. CS was growing, showed up. It was the team to pick up. They needed a roster. They grabbed these guys, and they've improved tremendously. Peter left the team for a lot of different internal reasons, and then JDM was the guy they looked to because they needed an AWP player. He was available. He was willing to come back full-time to CS. And so at the start of 2015, I think he was a bit rusty, to be honest. And he's improved tremendously. He's outrageously good now. Yeah,
like we said, he's not the complete package like some players like KennyS and Guardian who can do rifle to a world-class level as well, especially Kenny, been fantastic with rifles. JDM, he's lacking that. If he is on a rifle, you can pretty much guarantee he won't be killing people, but still, he makes up for it when he does have the
I still would like him to see him improve that aspect of his game, but I mean, like we literally just said at the break, I mean, he is consistent enough on the AWP.
Yeah, like as long as they can get it onto him and they're clever about their buys, it should be okay going forward, right? But there are going to be circumstances where he has to be on the FAMAS or maybe a shotgun or something like that. That's where things are tricky for CLG. But regardless, now we do have a full buy here. It's going to be 8-4 in favour of CLG. 5 AKs for Without a Roof. We have got smokes and short control as well here. You'd assume this would be one of the classic executions here. Smoke spawn, smoke catwalk, flashbangs over, try and push back JDM, make him feel uncomfortable, hopefully misses that first shot and they can swarm him on the bomb side at that point. CLG are quite... I guess they leave A almost open at some point. They just have JDM there and Cutler by himself towards long. It exposes them to like, these long retakes we've seen a lot recently. But this is going to be the classic A take, as I said. Smoke's coming in. It's poor. It's pretty poor. That's not covering enough whatsoever.
At all. I mean, that's a go-to for them. They've done the same strategy now twice. And JDM again hits a very crucial shot. He is going to be pressured a little bit more this time from long, and he has to make a decision because they have that squad. But it's the same double Molotov. That's a misbounce. Will it work for him? Slight gap.
It's okay, actually.
This actually cuts off long. But he walks back in. Okay, so Breezy gets him. That could have worked. If he could have limited out long from that position and focused on quad, there was a real chance. But this time they pick it up. So JDM starts it with that shot. They've gone for that execution twice. And maybe they saw what we saw in the fact that JDM hit a really good flick toward long. And it was kind of the one thing that defined the round. And they thought, all right, if we can just get him down, we can go for it. So if that's the way they read it and that's the way it worked out, then credit to them. But that's really the only execution we've seen them run. The 3 smoke, 2 Molotov onto A.
The problem is with this setup is Cutler's not finding one frag. He's getting challenged. Last 2 rounds, JDM's had to rely on spinning around and hitting the flick shot there. This time he doesn't get it. He misses his smoke, like we saw, almost worked out, but still Cutler needs to take at least one down with him. We talk about players like RBK being very strong because they always find one kill. And if they don't, they're staying alive and delaying the turret. So Cutler's straight up facing, getting his head blown off, and that's just almost losing the round by itself because JDM can't watch both plates at the same time. If Cutler can just delay them for even 5-10 seconds to give JDM enough time to find a second kill and potentially winning the round in that sense. But it's down to Cutler. He needs to be more clever with his grenade usage here. But this is an eco from CLG. They're going to find its first 2 frags. Without a roof, they're going to be taking him for B10 as well. It will be planted. Kill coming for no one. Cutler finds the kill on towards Mikey. So, if you're just joining us, yes, indeed, that is Method from Team 3D fame. So, quite exciting to see him back. Hasn't exactly been amazing, but it's cool to see when he does get a couple of frags. A
lot of that 3D team is still involved in Counter-Strike in very serious ways. Craig Levine, obviously, everyone knows where he is now. Rambo running, well, I don't know if he's running, but he's a rep for Zowie.
Volcano.
Yep, definitely involved. Map maker, doing some stuff behind the scenes in esports in all kinds of ways. Seb's going to get flashed in, trying to find a kill here. There's just JDM and Fugly left with these pistols. Make sure he checks the angle, finds it. JDM goes down. Nick Noit wanting to make a comeback, and now Method is showing up. Not to mention K-Sharp, who's very involved with ESEA and ESL North America. So
Yeah, we saw him at
pioneers.
we saw him at San Jose, didn't we? So
you saw him. I wasn't there. I was home
oh yeah, you
for
were
one of the only weeks in the last 6 months I've been home. It was great.
Indeed.
Had a good time.
Well-
Cuddled my dog a lot.
I bet you did.
She has a nice porous tongue. It's very, very soft on my face.
I'm glad you said face, Matt. Anyway, going to round number 15.
I didn't even think about the other. God damn, Henry, that's disgusting.
Just saying, going to round number 15, it's going to be, actually, without a move, a decent chance here in the final round. You can see Tarek back at it again with the 5-7. And he's going to have no defuse kits, and JDM going to be without armor here as well. So a real chance here for 8-7. They're going to be smoking towards the left-hand side of mid. Obviously, you can switch towards CT spawn, but this allows you to go face that angle and take away the risk from window, and AWP normally can be. With DSR facing towards CT spawn, trying to find that first frag. Nothing been exchanged so far. And this is a very passive hold here. Nothing. I said going into this one, I thought CLG were going to have that lack of respect play, like pushing a lot of places and going for the early kills. So far, they've actually been pretty equally matched here in terms of the frags and individual skill. So a lot closer than I thought it would be, I have to say.
I won't disagree. He's finding DSR, though. Lends itself to the belief of a 9-6 having the early pick. One sneaking out mid-late, though, and no one at CT. No one's even close to CT right now. So this goose hold on the A side with JDM at car means no one's watching this. They can split onto B relatively effectively, but they haven't chosen to go with it, oddly enough. They had Breezy out with the AWP. You'd think he'd hold that angle and call for it, but now they're going to walk into the 3-man setup on A. So there was a really good chance to execute, unfortunately missed by a bit of a lack of information, you could say. It is kind of tricky to get information without committing on this map sometimes, but either way, they do go on to the A site. It's going to be no one to take down Fugly, but that's a trade. The rotation quick from Cutler. Nice shot from no one again. This guy's sharp, man. I really like this guy.
Yeah, he's actually...
Him and Akis should make a team.
He's proving to have some really crisp aim here. And he should be taking on Hazer as well. He's got the positional advantage, and the bomb will plant it towards short. CT's without a single kit here. So Terrorists, apart from they've got two players very low HP, do have an advantage here. We'll see what they can do with this one. CT's waiting for the next phase. JDM goes down first. Here comes Tarek. He's the real chance for them to have to do something with this. Gets the kill, and now it's going to be a 2 versus 1. Breeze gets the first shot. Now 1-on-1. It's going to be up to Tarek. Has to reload, though.
That's a huge... This is crazy. He's going to go for it. Movement mechanics on point. Gets that close to Breeze. He goes down. Tarek!
Can't do it.
They can't do it. Doesn't have time. Tarek nearly cost himself that. I'll give him credit for pulling that off in a pretty brave way, but it is going to be another round for Without a Roof. That means it's going to be 8-7 at halftime, which I'm quite impressed by, I have to say.
I would agree as well.
Impressed, Bell.
Impressed Bell, is that the new one? New feature we've got. And CLG won the pistol as well, so it's not like they lost another pistol, you lost both of them on overpass. And that's actually pretty cool. 8-7, this could go either way.
Mike's still sit on 3 kills this time, just to clarify. But again, I mean, lots of guys said no one's on 17.
He's going to bounce back. He did it in the second half on overpass. That's when he came to life. That's what he's waiting for. It's he favors the M4. We talked about that.
Yep, that's true. It showed last game, actually. You're right, because that, I mean, first off, the crazy shot on Tarek. Inhuman. That's the... Where was Anders? That was an inhuman reaction moment.
I don't think that was inhuman. That was just a reaction. He thought
It was inhuman.
He just, it was a nice shot.
It was inhuman.
He heard an AK fire at him and missed, and he just shot.
That was inhuman. It's the same as Hiko when the play was made. Either way, you're right. He was better on the M4s. He showed it with the silencer as well when he picked up a 2K quite quickly and won through the smoke on overpass.
Agreed. Well.
Is this the night Without a Roof pick up a map?
Yes.
Which camera do I look at?
Drop the
It
knife.
doesn't work when I do that. I look to the audience when I go. That's not it. It's over the... But that's a big statement, Henry.
It's not really a statement, it's a word, but yes, I'm going to go with it. I'm going to say yes, they got to win. Just because I want to say something interesting. Show us, before we go into the next half, Matt's going to do a trick. Quickly. Click up. Too late.
Quick up!
If you know what film that's from, tweet us and you'll get a prize.
The prize will be a picture of Henry and I back to you.
We go into round number 1 here. It's the pistol, of course. Second half, 8-7 in favor of CLG.
Cutler. Top of the blue car. Not a blue car, it's actually a white car.
We'll paint it blue. We'll spray it.
I see a white car and I want to paint it blue. Xbox smoke. It's going to be no one. Waiting. Back of the site. Pretty straightforward setup right now. Default really down through middle. This has become the common. That Xbox smoke still there. Does let them get down catwalk quickly. Seb trying to pick a way through it and see if he can find a precarious headshot on the other side of it. Either way, A site going to be the hold, and that's where the pressure's going to come in now. Setting up slowly. Do have two utility players, Cutler and Hayes. And now they go. Single smoke out front of the box. That'll limit DSR, but also he's going to try and play cheekily above this right now. That's my favorite word in casting, cheekily. But he has to hit the shot. Manages one. Nearly finds two. Has to reload that P2000 at some point in time, and that means Seb needs to get in a position to support him as he's doing it right now. Good shot. Takes down one. Tarek still close proximity. And it's Cutler and Fugly instead that find the kills. Cutler's gone beyond that. Seb trades it. Still a man advantage right now for the CT side, and without a roof. This could be their third out of 4 pistols played if they can pick this up, and none more important in an 8-7 game.
DSR finding 2 kills here. And now it's going to be down to Breezy and Seb. Fugly coming in towards short, got 15 seconds, can't really mess around. AG in hand, not going to kill anyone, could do some decent damage though. Actually does a little bit to Breezy, rounds over this point. He needs to actually be rushing and trying to do something with this. They'll be facing the same time, could be their downfall. 5 seconds, round over. Unless Seb was to make an absolute blunder of a play. Not going to happen, wins the round. And he can kill Fugly now, means he gets no cash. Run, Fugly, run!
Do it.
No cash.
Get wrecked.
He did get 2 kills though, so I guess it's not too bad. Still gets money.
Still gets wrecked.
Still gets wrecked, of course.
I mean, yeah, it gets wrecked.
Well, he will be buying some body armor.
Just do the math on that. 750. If they lose this, 1900. He bought body armor, so he's down to 100. 1900 on this. He's gonna be at $2 grand, and then 2400 if he saves the next round completely. He'll be fine. He'll be at 44. So maths, as you put the S on it here in Britain.
Yes. I thought you would do in Canada as well.
I think at one point someone told us we should, and then everyone just didn't listen to them.
Fair enough. Well, it's going to be the 4 spy from CLG. They're going to have a scout and some upgraded pistols here, apart from Fugly, of course. Making their way towards short. Hopefully, it's going to be Cutler with the scout this time, not JDM, which is interesting. Headshot there from the MP9 on towards Hayes. He goes down to 22 HP. Probably wants to get that deagle over towards Fugly now, considering. Let's see if he is the team player. Not going to be. The gun.
Why not? Cutler, shot. Woo!
There we go.
You fancy, huh? Takes down no one, but Breezy and Seb get up close, and Seb's got 1 assist, 2 kills.
Oh, Mikey So.
Mikey's so
At it again with the UMP.
at it again with the UMP.
There it is.
There it is.
(9-8) now in favour of Without a Roof. They will be forcing CLG onto pretty much full eco here. Can't really justify much more than that. JDM keeping his money a little bit stronger than the rest of his team. Obviously, he'll be AWPing, but winning that pistol is pretty massive for Without a Roof. Managing to negate the 4 spy as well. Means they give themselves a successful chance of winning their first map. We said it.
I like how you went with a longer sentence, so I couldn't copy.
Exactly, that's what I
I knew what you were doing. It was good. It was good. I was going to cut you off at one point, and I was like, you know what? He was clever enough to come up with a strategy. I'll admire that. So double scout setup for DSR and no one against these pistols. Can be risky. Obviously, all you need is a body shot to put them in pistol range. They can usually switch over and finish them off. But if they miss too many shots, if they get swarmed, especially with no one inside of the site right now alone, they'd have to play a retake game. And getting a bomb down would be big for CLG. As mentioned, Fugly only at 44 without doing that. Didn't buy anything this round, smartly so, but a bomb plant for him would be very big as well because it would allow utility on top of the bite. That is a misplay from Mikey. Manages somehow to stay alive and all of that and get 1 kill out of it, but nade drawn when they were walking in with guns, and now Cutler's on 3 HP. But it is still 2 inside of the site. Flashes over, haven't gone for the plant. JDM misses the shot onto DSR. Hit that back, he actually did hit it, so he's down to 28. This becomes actually a little bit awkward right now for Without a Roof.
They have got a kit, but no utility to actually get into the site. The bomb needs to be planted here, but 45 seconds remain. They're trying to work out what the next move is. JDM has got the incendiary, so he could buy some time with that. Why is the CT going to face this? That's crazy. Does manage to get away with his life, though. Breezy dancing with the devil there. But still, 30 seconds remain. At this point, now it's up to the CTs just to draw the clock down, see what they can do. You can see now there is a player towards lower B. I assume that's Cutler with a UMP, going to be coming in and trying to maybe get some attention here. The Incendiary just to buy him a little bit more time as he rotates around. This could be big with 3 HP. He could be the pivotal player, but they are going to be thinking about it. First kill comes in. Now full back Cutler, surely. There it is. Now he full back. And allow the pump to come in, but Breezy, he's going to capitalize it.
Yes, he is. And bomb denied, more importantly. That's going to be ultimately got the next round of noise and died after the clock.
But I don't think he bought anything this round anyway, so I think... Oh, well, yeah, he doesn't get any money.
That's right. So
yeah,
2,500. That's a huge
forgot
problem.
that
It's the
was
exact same problem that Fugly had. So Fugly buys into this. Due to his save, he is able to pick up a rifle and some utility, but Cutler's absolutely in the worst possible situation. That was a bit risky for him to run in at that point.
Had Cutler have had even 50 health, he could have actually committed to the second player. They could have pincered him together. In fact, he had 3. You can see, like I said, he just had to pull back, didn't really have many options there. Had he died, that's pretty much a round over. JDM was just stuck in a horrible position, but we do go into the first going round. It's going to be JDM on the AWP. Cutler, as we mentioned before, not getting any money from the last round. The second time that's happened in this game. And we're on the Tech 9 and smoking flashbangs. Going to round number 19. Not a roof with a 2-round advantage. Getting a bit uncomfortable now for CLG. Could be one of the top teams in North America. Struggling essentially against a mixer with Mikey coming in last minute, and they're about Slemmy, the in-game leader, the guy who's responsible for a lot of this team's success. Here we go then.
Shot from DSR, doubly so. Auto director's not on point. Okay, we say, but Fugly and Tarek are as they walk in toward the A site. Still though, damage done to Tarek. Rifles up on the CT side. No one in Seb going for a fast flank, but no one not confident in his ability to find the jump. The corner of the boxes is going to try and follow up late. Has to follow up because he's already lost his teammate not being there in time, but he does exactly that. Takes down Tarek, and now it's all on Cutler, trapped on top of the platform with an AWP. And Breezy's actually a little bit worried about that sniper rifle at that range. They don't try and actually bait off of each other to go for the trade. He's going to rotate around and put himself in a better position with the rifle.
Yeah, they want to make sure he has to fire one shot, taking both down. He should be taken down here as well. That's actually really clever, because if he does go to face, if he kills one of them, there's still another CT there right away to get the reflect. That's the idea, and that doesn't even have to happen here. They just stifle him with the grenades, lock him on the bomb site, take away his vision as well, and take him down as no one with another massive play in a big round.
Great in late situations.
Massive round as well. That's CLG is lucky they got the bomb down there. That's the only reason they can actually buy up into this one, but it's still not a great buy. Scouts, AKs, lack of utility. Hayes still yet to buy AK coming in for him, but this is a real chance now for Without a Roof to run away with this.
No one's very good late at decision making when he has a teammate alive or if it's a fast snap judgment, but I haven't seen him do any like lurk 1-on-3s. I want to call him a clutch player in this situation, but we haven't seen that true unlikely situation yet. He's definitely showing to me that he's definitely a closing player,
man on the pistol.
a late round player. That was true. I mean, that was a little difficult because that was very quick. That was very sporadic, right? So either way, he's definitely showing that he's a good late round player.
Another round going in favour of Without a Roof at the moment. It's going to be 4-on-4 still though. DSR finds a kill towards Hayes, and now the Terrorists still without any control, looking like they'll fall back towards mid, and Seb will be waiting for them. They do have smoke grenades still, so you'd assume they'll be trying to get for this pick as quickly as possible. And also, Director, we're not going to see what's going on just yet, but here we go. Seb, smoked out, will be flashing through, not going to be committing though. Oh, it's an incendiary in fact. How about that? Ooh.
Ooh. You touch my ding ding dong. My tra-la-la. Fugly out, smoke gone. Has a lineup. Has 2, has 3. Fugly! What are you doing, man? What are you doing?
Owning everyone.
That's not fair.
Well, that's a massive round
I want my money back.
CLG go with the difficult buys, scouts, AKs, and it pulls off, and it actually reset Without a Roof. They only get $1,400 this round, and after the reinvestment, you can see that's heavily affected them. Going to be going in with just P250s and 5.7s this time. So a chance here for CLG to get back into this. An unlikely scoreline, I have to say, especially Dust 2. I said going into this, the skill ceiling for CLG is so much higher across the board for Without a Roof. But so far, for me, no one has been the MVP in terms of the fragging. Like, great retakes from him, good opening frags, and it's him leading the charge here towards short. A nice segue as he goes up. It's going to be trying to find the next kill. It's easy to find the first one, but still. One more CT remaining that will be taken down, and now that should be the round secured at this point. Bomb site A is open. Bomb will be going down courtesy of Tarek. Platform plant, so 11-10 here, Matt. I'm not sure the CTs will have enough to buy this round. They only get $1,900, so still may have to take another partial buy going into the next one.
Easy peasy. Oh, sorry. Easy PZ. Lemon squeeze Ed.
EZ, liquid squeeze Ed.
If you squeeze it, liquid shall appear. Seb gets a rifle for that, though. That's more where I was going with the storyline, because now there's a chance to save a weapon for these CTs, and they'll get away with it. CLG not going to commit to chasing this down. So it's going to be another round for them. They'll bring this back to 11-10 in favor still of Without a Roof. Poor guys on the streets without a home. It's rough life.
Terrorists win.
Well then.
Did they ban squeegees in London? They did, didn't they?
Squeegees.
Like the guy that walk out and wash your windows at lights and then demand money? Those are banned, right?
They're normally homeless people that do that. But
Right, I know, but they had to ban that in a lot of places in Canada.
I think
because
it's always been banned. I think it's like you won't get arrested for it, but it's definitely frowned upon. You'd be asked to stop. It's not illegal. But it doesn't really happen.
They used to come out at stoplights and then stand at the window and demand payment. So in Canada, it's becoming a problem.
It doesn't really happen. I've lived in London for like 7 years now.
Yeah,
I've never had that happen.
Yeah, I've never seen it here. That's why I wondered if it was like banned off the offset, because it was like it used to be a common thing. You used to be able to make pretty decent money apparently doing it. So Seb takes down Tarek.
Yeah, this is the.
I was considering a new career path.
I think you'd be great at that.
Thanks, man.
Maybe street performance instead. You could like do some jokes and a dance and.
I'm not funny, and I'm a terrible dancer unless I have gin and tonic in my body.
Well, that's all we'll do. We'll make sure you're drunk the entire time.
It's
Anyway,
not hard, really.
there was one AK saved in the last round from Without a Roof. That was from Seb. He's found the opening kill here. So this is actually quite cool. Position from Breezy. Oh, I thought he was going to get that one. Oh, he does it well. Takes down Hayes. Gets the double. Here we go. Gets 2 kills with the Desert Eagle. Now it's a 5-on-2. No one's going to pick up a gun in Noah B. And all of a sudden, this is very possible for Without a Roof. JDM finds the kill with the AWP. And it's a 4-on-2 still. But,
Mikey.
Come on, Mikey. This is the time. Don't mess this up.
That's the information, at least.
Give him that.
I'll give him that. Seb down through the door. That is a very stylish shot from JDM, who finds Mikey. Position given away. You could tell he put the nerves on. You could tell he tensed up because he was like, okay, I got them. This is where I'm rusty. And now Breezy goes down. JDM, 4 kills to pull this back. This was a 5 versus 2 with 2 AKs picked up. And somehow they commit to multiple one-on-one situations. JDM hits 2 very nice shots. No less, but suddenly DSR has to clutch this. This was a huge possibility. He finds Fugly, bomb goes down, knows JDM's on the site, but there's the ace from JDM!
Unbelievable scenes. A 5-on-2 converted to that 1-on-1, and JDM finds all the kills, 5 in a row. And I have to say, Mikey So, he let us down there, 5 for 17. That was a chance for him. The fact he didn't get a kill is fine, but the fact he stayed in that position in the open, just giving his kill away for free, he could have fell back towards long and joined his teammate on A. That would have been more beneficial for them at that point. He just kind of panicked, like you said, didn't really know what to do in that scenario. He has having a difficult time here on Dust 2, but still a very exciting round, and CLG tie things up. It's 11-11, and Mikey probably making a wish that he forgets that round.
Ooh, well played.
There you go.
You got it in there.
Someone had to make a wish. So I'm 23 now. CTs definitely have enough to buy. Not the best buy, no AWP on Dust 2 CT side can be quite detrimental. But CLG now slowing things down. It's going to be a face coming in, potentially from Seb. He's close to those mid doors. Tarek waiting on the other side. Not a player you want to face straight up.
No one inside of the side is also someone that can be quite fearful. Fearsome, rather, I guess you could say. It depends on how you think about the perspective of what I was saying there, but just to clarify, fearsome. JDM, Fugly, gonna work together to try and get a better position. It looks like this is gonna be a B hit. We haven't seen many in this game, to be fair.
Well, they're going to be
And they may actually, CLG's not afraid to go for the CT drop.
This is the Tarek drop down. This is their classic strategy.
He could, well, Tarek that gets set. He's actually walked out mid alone. It's JDM, or excuse me, Hayes that looks like he might go for it. Good shot though, JDM gets back in. Here we go, Hayes is the one. Late though, because of the flash that comes out. They're aware of what he's up to, but unfortunately they pretty much conceded B site and potentially, very likely the round as well in doing so.
Indeed, 2 CDs remaining in the 4-on-2. They have got a kit, but no grenades to actually go for the retake here. B bomb site. Very difficult prospect to try and take that back, especially with the man disadvantage. Hayes on the A ramp right now, looking to get the kill on CT spawn. He should be taken down by Short. So Breezy actually gets his head ripped off though. So now just poor old Mikey So adding to his frag total, gets the kill towards Hayes, but he'll be dealt with momentarily. I'm almost certain of it. Molotov to lock him in. And now he needs to hope he can find another kill here. Will he be able to do it?
Sorry, Mikey So, not to be. It'll be 12-11. CLG take back the lead with a string of consecutive rounds. Not enough so that the loss round bonus will build up in a way that Without a Roof can capitalize in this one. They'll go for PT50s. Deagle for Breezy. Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl.
Yes.
5.7s for DSR. MSO/Method 3D. And Seb with the PT50 as well.
They have got some 3 incendiaries, which is kind of strange for a buy like this, but Seb tries to push him towards lower B. He does get taken down by Tarek through the smoke once again. Tarek loves the smoke shots these days. We saw it loads yesterday on Cobble, time and time again. He's going to be working his way up towards Short. There are 3 CDs waiting for him, but he doesn't care. He'll be facing regardless. Here comes the incendiaries, locking him in. He's going to run through them, taking quite considerable damage there, but still manages to stay alive. Mikey now on the other side of that incendiary will be dropping down towards spawn, and that's where the rest of the CDs will be going as well. One kill comes into Cutler. Breezy takes him down.
Yeah, they tried to change their approach on that, realizing that Cat was not likely, and they'd forced them back off of it, so they were hoping to catch something peeking in toward middle, but it didn't work out. JDM takes no one. No chance to work inside of the site. Fugly finds Mikey. Faces one only, though.
Could have got close there. He got the double spray down, but Tarek was coming in the back regardless. Money starting to stabilise with the CT. You can see DSR still on 3,400. Seb could have fought an AWP. Same story from Method. As we go into round number 25, they are going to be buying into this one, of course. Oh, let's see what they've got. They've got smoke grenades, no incendiaries, flashbangs, no AWP. We'll see what they bring.
JDM's loaded right now, too, by the way. He's got 1150 in his wallet. Just so you know.
Well, I know. 2 players on towards Short for the CTs this time.
And if you don't know, now you know. No one's in B's sight. Hazed, walking up. Mikey waiting on the corner. DSR there as well. They were trying to go for the 1-2 punch, double face, take them down at least for the trade at the very worst case Ontario. But it's Hazed through the smoke. I'm not going to complain. It's a nice shot. I'll give him that. MSO is going to try and resume duties on this catwalk position, but they are a man down already on the CT. Definitely weakens up the Ray Long. You see it on many.
Wow.
Hazed, are you real? Seb's real. 1 shot. 2 shots. Yes. No. Tarek gets him back. Looked like it was going to go his way. Tarek went down to 10 HP, but found that last bullet. Lewis Hamilton lost to Rosberg again today, Henry, in case you were wondering.
How did Alonso do?
6th, actually, in the McLaren. Punching above his weight.
Where did Button go?
No one is... If he had a better car, he would have won. Hayes goes down.
Where did Button finish?
Outside the points, I think? I can't remember.
Damn.
Lance is way better.
I know. But it's fun to tease you. We'll talk about F1 maybe off air.
Yeah, I actually didn't get to watch the whole race. I looked for.
I was going to watch it today
We changed
as well.
hotels, and the previous hotel had this channel that it would have been on, ITV Sport. And then we changed hotels, and this one doesn't have it.
No, well, it's actually only on Sky. And they
right, they went to Sky in the UK this year. That's right. Yeah, they stuck
and
stuck
you have
with,
to watch on
Martin
Sky.
Brundle
And Channel 4 do it, but you do it 6 hours
BBC
later.
lost their coverage as well. Yeah, that's right.
Anyway.
I forgot you guys did that because we get an outsourced ESPN, so it's the same. ESPN Canada, basically. It's the same announcers no matter what. Seb gets Tarek. Let's get back to the game, shall we? Henry just taking us off topic as always.
Yeah, my fault. 14-11. It's going to be huge advantage here for CLG considering the buys and the 4-on-4 situation. Seb's down to 29 HP, and it's going to be AWP on towards JDM. Breeze with the scouts. He has been strong this game, but it's no one. What's going on here? Fugly, what are you playing at? That was his teammate who was just watching the OP to get complete wrecked there. He does get the refrag, so it's fine, but still, that's a unnecessary frag dropped. And we'll see what the next move is from the CTs as they push off towards Short, actually. It's going to be Mikey So. He let us down with the 5-7 last time. What have you got this time? Oh, looking good. Gets the kill as JDM dropped as well. Now they take the advantage back. He actually manages to get out of there with his life. Doesn't get a rifle, but it's a strong kill from him. Now it's going to be Cutler and Fugly. What can they do here?
Late charge for Without a Roof to try and bring this to 14-12 rather than 15-11 and give up map point. And a big chance for CLG with the money. Seb inside TT spawn is both facing at the same time. Tries to tap away. Good discipline with the FAMAS, and he gets... Okay, I take it back. He got one. It looked like he got both. Breezy hit him with that last bullet was fired, but it was with the scout. 14-12 is the score, and
The problem is,
money's not great even still on the CT side. They'll be able to buy one more, but this could easily be shut down.
this is GG if they lose this round.
Yeah.
They have to reinvest with so much now in terms of grenades. You can see right now they're going down to the most they've got left is 1,400. If they lose this round,
if they win
it's
it, though, it's
100%.
14-14.
It's true, but it's just if they lose this round, when they've still got a disadvantage, they've got a scout,
Yeah.
for example, there's going to be 100% GG. So they need to win this round. It's just a necessity at this point. And it's against number 27.
Very true. No one inside of the site again has Seb to play off of him. He's going to get a little bit closer and throw out a little bit more utility as well. Smoke, nade, whatever he can given the situation. Good shot from Breezy. Another one on this Seb at mid doors. Drops the bomb down so he can go hunting. Unfortunately, that smoke kind of lost himself and couldn't get toward the Xbox. Good shot from Breezy. Fugly tries to follow it, but he gets away towards CT. Just misses the shot again, though, this time. And now is the man advantage. Make it doubly so as Tarek, or rather, excuse me, Cutler is going to take down Mikey So.
Mikey, so it's going to be no one though in the 3-on-1, and he's stuck in a horrible position in T-spawn right now as the bomb is planted for long A. The round is over map. The best he can really hope for is to save Zen4. Even killing the terrorist is too much of a high risk for him right now. He needs to take that gun. It's the only chance they have to making any impact. As I said, they are fully reset after losing this subsequent round after number 26. So $1,400 comes in. They have about, I think it's about less than 3K for each player. So it'll be FAMASes, shotguns, pistols, scouts, and should be GG at this point for CLG. But you never know. Maybe there's still something left.
Why not?
You just got to believe sometimes.
Boom.
Terrorists win.
Boom, 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 boom. It's a good song.
Here comes the buy, $1,800 for no one and DSR. They get the scouts and some pistols and a saved weapon. This is probably it at this point. It would take an absolute blunder from CLGs to drop this one. And here we go then. It's a change of approach here. The CT's boosting up 3 players towards short. They have to go aggressive. They need to find a kill. Hopefully they can get something out of this. They'll be going hunting here, but Tarek's waiting in lower B. They've got that scout towards no one. Oh, Breezy, sorry. There's no one with the rifle. Flash into lower B.
You once a night, Henry, you hiccup on stream, and I find it.
I told you, for this, I should be asleep at this point.
Well, at this point, you should be adjusted, if anything. No one's going to take down Hazed, but Cutler's there. This is the beginning of the end. 3 plays 2. There's still a chance here. Breezy has the scout, and they've upgraded DSR onto an AK, but he's spotted going into the lower tunnels and easily taken down by Cutler. Auto Director, you are awesome.
He's really nailing it right now. Seeing the butts of these remaining CTs, just paying their respect. Type F in chat to show your respect.
Well, your respect can be shown to Breezy as well, because Breezy's dead.
Save it for the camera, man, please.
Yeah, do that again. That was funny.
No, it's not funny.
That was good.
I'm not doing it again. It's not funny.
16-12.
I don't know what you're talking about. Take that away.
I will.
Win belt, 2-0, without a roof. They came close, so you were wrong in your prediction of them winning a map, but I have to give them a lot more
Wasn't
respect
really a
and credit
prediction.
tonight than we have in the past. This was a better looking without a roof. Again, losing Slemmy definitely hurt them. The in-game leader that was went over to Cloud9 obviously is now, I'm sure everyone knows. And they've been playing with the stand-ins. Method didn't have the most impact tonight, but no one, awesome game. Listen, I'm respecting
stretching
my
it out.
elders, giving the legends where legends, I'm not going to call them out. He didn't have the most impact tonight. I'm being upbeat this evening, Henry.
Yes. Okay.
Hashtag new simple. No, don't care. I'm not doing that. But no one did really well.
Yep.
And the player did really well.
It's so hard. Imagine if
It
they
is.
played
And Breezy
Tyloo.
looked all right.
Imagine if they played Tyloo one day. No one versus someone. 1v1.
That'd be good.
For the
Let's make that
game.
happen. Show match.
And
someone
no one
wins
nothing.
it.
Yeah, and someone wins it. No one wins it. They both lose. DSR had some decent execution calls. They obviously had some sort of a plan. They just weren't adaptive enough, in my opinion.
Well, that's difficult to be adaptive when you're coming in with this like Ringer coming in, you lost your in-game leader. Obviously, they're kind of just trying to get through each week of the leagues they're playing in right now. Just have field players, it seems like right now. Every single game we've seen them in this league is a different fifth coming in. So they're going to struggle regardless going forward. But still, a decent showing on both maps. 16-12, and I think it was a similar scoreline on Overpass as well. So I think this is probably the best they could have hoped for. I don't think they were ever going to win anything, but they gave them a good game and didn't get humiliated. So that's something, I guess, something to work with.
Definitely. I mean, in the end, looking back at the game, can't say it was anything special from CLG that gave them the win here. It was pretty much standard stuff all around, and then CLG edging out thanks to their superior skill and firepower. Pretty much, it was different players at different times. We had a crazy JDM ace round when they pulled it through 5v2, managed to bring it back. But that shows also the at times the inexperience of the war players, not being able to use their numbers in that situation, even though they had limited utility and weaponry. In the end, as we've mentioned, this is a big experience for them. Recently losing an in-game leader as well, so pretty expected result in the end.
Yeah, I think it's good. It's positive signs from at least they can actually look back on this and say, well, we didn't get completely owned. We actually got some decent rounds here. Once we kind of get ourselves together and work out who the permanent fifth is, we have foundations to build upon at least. So that's the main headline here. End of
Thus
analysis
commences the session of analytics. In the words of Bob Ross, it's your world. We'll be back. There's another match coming up. Luminosity has a doubleheader in a sense this evening. It's not back-to-back, but they went to get some food, according to their Twitter.
Played some football as well.
And they played some Complexity. Did they play some football?
To warm up, yes.
Did they? Nice. All right.
You see, that's how you warm up.
You're right. As long as you get off the pitch in time to be home for your match. We'll be right back, guys. Join us for the next game.